With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Now the elder statesman of the NFL, Adam Vinatieri, set to get us started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
That's it. 180. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Back, back, back. 25, check. 8.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. First by him near the 35. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Check 9. Whip. Watch the whip. Out.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gun.
Just beating the play clock is Newton. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on first and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. And this is caught by Chris Johnson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a second down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do?
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The first carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll make this a second and long. Off-play action, it's Cunningham. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. Kevin Green providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Now Sanders. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And his guys are going to have a 1st and goal down at the 3-yard line. A very short field to work with now. 1st and goal after the great punt return. They'll try to run with Sanders. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Newton. The quick slant caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Snatched by the safety, Ed Reed. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to put a screen soon.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And it's 3rd down. Cunningham. It's caught by Jackson. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it. Here's Okoye. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 34-yard line.
It's just me.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a loss of 14 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
That's what I do. Check.
4th down. Cunningham. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by 9-time Pro Bowler Ed Reed. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Ed Reed showing us why he was so prolific at picking off passes. And doesn't just pick them off, partner. He returns them. Although not on that play, but he does have 2 of the longest pick sixes in NFL history.
Yeah, he had one for 106 yards. That was back in 2004. And then he topped that, broke his own record in 2008 with a 108-yard return. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
They'll run with Sanders. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Newton to throw. They'll roll him out right. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Let's go. Let's go.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10. At their own 16.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kevin Green picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Cunningham to throw. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
Boswell good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Ready.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Cunningham rolling to his right. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Cunningham looking to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just a 24-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 12 yards there and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Cunningham from the gun. He's going to air one out, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Brian Dawkins, the safety with a pick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The drive starts with a completion left side and inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. From 17 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Boswell for the extra point. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns, running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone. We saw evidence of that on that play.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
We play to win. Let's go. First down and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Switch.
A play fake. Now Cunningham. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kevin Green getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Cunningham. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback. And
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. Safety Brian Dawkins earns the tackle for loss. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little quick. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Check, 180. Check, 55 to Mike. Here we go, here we go. Check 52. Bang, bang, bang. 20. Bang, bang.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. With now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 17.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game. And now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jadeveon Clowney, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went back. And oh, that is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Get ready. Get ready.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Newton now to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. Trot it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's going the other way.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Man, I got you. Off. Hurry.
To throw on second down, Cunningham. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Bo Jackson, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Here's Cunningham. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Come on, fellas.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Cunningham. Now Cunningham has the ball knocked down, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to... Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jadeveon Clowney in there for the 7th time in this game alone. And that ties him with the late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now Cunningham. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. On 4th down, Cunningham. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Hey, watch it, watch it. Jim.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Another run with Sanders. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
They're not ready for this. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Hey, Mike's 50, hey! Come to my work.
Here we go on 4th. Newton. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
Pride on the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, Mike 52. Man, I got
From the gun, Cunningham rolling to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. This offense has gone for it 5 times already. They're now going to go for a 6th fourth down try.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Quit talking about it and bring it. 5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. So we got man. Go.
On fourth down, Cunningham. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Newton's going to throw it. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them.